Matt Willis, born in 1983, rose to fame as the charismatic frontman of the British pop-punk band, Busted. The band's catchy tunes and energetic performances captivated a generation. Willis quickly became a teen idol. Busted achieved tremendous success with numerous hit singles and sold-out tours. Their music became the soundtrack to countless teenage dreams. Willis's talent extended beyond the band. He embarked on a solo career showcasing his versatility as a musician. Willis's success wasn't limited to music. He ventured into television, winning over audiences with his charm and wit. His victory on the popular reality show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, further solidified his status as a beloved public figure. Behind the scenes, however, Willis was battling personal demons. Addiction took hold of his life, threatening to overshadow his accomplishments. Willis's struggles with addiction became a well-documented part of his journey. Despite the pressures of fame, he confronted his demons head-on. Willis sought treatment, determined to regain control of his life. His openness about his struggles resonated with fans, inspiring many. Little did he know that his path to recovery would lead him to the doors of a controversial organization, Scientology. Behind the scenes of his successful career, Matt Willis was grappling with a serious addiction to drugs and alcohol. The pressures of fame and the demanding nature of the music industry took a toll on his well-being. Willis's addiction spiraled, leading him down a dark path. He sought solace in substances, hoping to numb the pain and pressure he felt. However, his addiction only exacerbated his problems, affecting his health, relationships, and career. Recognizing the severity of his situation, Willis made the courageous decision to seek help. He checked himself into rehab, determined to overcome his addiction and reclaim his life. Rehab was a challenging experience for Willis, forcing him to confront his demons and the root causes of his addiction. He underwent therapy and counseling, gradually learning coping mechanisms and strategies for maintaining sobriety. Throughout his time in rehab, Willis's commitment to recovery never wavered. As he emerged from rehab, Willis felt a mix of hope and vulnerability. He was determined to stay sober, but also knew that the road to recovery was long and arduous. It was during this vulnerable period that he crossed paths with Scientology, a seemingly supportive community that promised spiritual enlightenment and personal growth. Little did he know that this encounter would mark the beginning of a controversial chapter in his life. Fresh out of rehab, Matt Willis was at a crossroads in his life. He was committed to his sobriety but felt uncertain about the future. He met a Scientologist on the streets of London. The Scientologist asked about his well-being and aspirations. Intrigued, Willis agreed to visit the Church of Scientology. He was greeted with warmth and enthusiasm. The teachings promised spiritual enlightenment and self-improvement. Scientology's emphasis on personal growth resonated with Willis. He was drawn to the concept of auditing. Willis began attending Scientology courses in auditing. He hoped these practices would help him maintain sobriety. The church welcomed him with open arms. However, he began to notice aspects that raised concerns. As Matt Willis immersed himself further into the world of Scientology, he gained a deeper understanding of its intricate belief system and practices. Scientology, founded by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard, presents itself as a religion that offers a path to spiritual enlightenment and freedom from life's problems. Central to Scientology's teachings is the concept of the reactive mind, a subconscious part of the mind that stores painful memories and traumas, hindering an individual's potential. Scientologists believe that through a process called auditing, individuals can identify and eliminate these negative imprints, ultimately achieving a state of spiritual clarity and freedom known as clear. Auditing involves a trained auditor asking a series of questions while the individual holds onto electrodes connected to an e-meter, a device that supposedly measures the electrical resistance of the skin. The e-meter's readings are interpreted as indicators of spiritual distress or blockage. Scientology emphasizes a hierarchical structure, with members progressing through various levels of spiritual enlightenment and training. As individuals advance, they gain access to more advanced teachings and practices. The organization also places great importance on recruitment and expansion, encouraging members to spread the word and bring new people into the fold. Willis, like many others who joined Scientology, was initially drawn to the promise of self-improvement, spiritual growth, and a supportive community. Section 5. The e-meter, a tool or a trick. At the heart of Scientology's auditing process lies the E-meter, a device that has been a subject of much controversy and debate. The E-meter, short for electropsychometer, is a simple device consisting of two metal cylinders that are held in the hands, connected to a box with a dial and needles. Scientologists believe that the E-meter measures the static or mental mass in an individual's mind, which is believed to be influenced by past traumas and negative experiences. During an auditing session, the auditor asks the individual a series of questions, and the E-meter's needle is observed for any fluctuations or reactions. Scientologists interpret these reactions as indications of areas where the individual is holding on to negative thoughts, emotions, or memories. The goal of auditing is to help the individual confront and address these issues, ultimately achieving a state of spiritual clarity. However, critics argue that the E-meter is nothing more than a pseudo-scientific tool with no real basis in science or psychology. They point out that the E-meter's readings are easily influenced by a variety of factors, such as sweat, muscle tension, and even the auditor's own beliefs and expectations. Despite the controversy surrounding the E-meter, Scientologists maintain its effectiveness as a tool for spiritual growth and self-discovery. Section 6. Seeds of Doubt, Scientology's Grip on Family. As Matt Willis delved deeper into Scientology, he began to experience growing unease about the organization's influence on his personal life. Scientology emphasizes surrounding oneself with supportive individuals who share the same beliefs. However, Willis noticed a pattern of discouraging close relationships with those outside of Scientology. Willis felt torn between his commitment to Scientology and his love for his wife, Emma. He began to question whether Scientology's teachings were creating a wedge between him and his loved ones. The organization's emphasis on disconnecting from suppressive persons raised red flags for Willis. He worried that Scientology was attempting to isolate him from his support system. Willis's doubts about Scientology's influence on his family grew stronger over time. He witnessed other members experiencing similar challenges, with families being torn apart due to differing beliefs about Scientology. These observations fueled his skepticism and made him question the organization's true intentions. Willis realized that Scientology's teachings, while promising spiritual enlightenment, could also have a detrimental impact on personal relationships. Section 7. Breaking Free, Willis's Departure from Scientology. After a period of growing disillusionment, Matt Willis made the difficult decision to leave Scientology. His doubts about the organization's practices, particularly its impact on his family relationships, had become too significant to ignore. Willis realized that Scientology's teachings were no longer aligning with his values, and were creating a rift between him and his loved ones. Leaving Scientology was not an easy decision for Willis. He had invested time, energy, and money into the organization, and he had formed relationships with fellow Scientologists. However, he ultimately prioritized his well-being and the importance of his family over his commitment to Scientology. Willis's departure from Scientology was met with mixed reactions. Some within the organization tried to persuade him to stay, while others respected his decision. Willis's departure marked a turning point in his life. He was determined to rebuild his life, focusing on his recovery, his family, and his passions. Willis's story serves as a reminder that leaving a high-control group can be a complex and challenging process. It often requires individuals to confront their beliefs, reassess their priorities, and seek support from loved ones or professionals. Section 8. Life after Scientology, Recovery and Reflection. Since leaving Scientology, Matt Willis has focused on his recovery, his family, and his career. He uses his platform to raise awareness and encourage others who may be struggling. Willis has become an advocate for addiction recovery, speaking candidly about his journey. He has shared his story at events and in interviews, inspiring others to seek help. Willis's relationship with his wife, Emma, has grown stronger since his departure from Scientology. They have continued to build a loving and supportive family. Willis's story highlights the importance of strong personal relationships in the face of adversity. He has spoken about the vital role his wife and family played in his recovery. Willis's journey serves as a reminder that life, after leaving a high-control group, can be a time of healing and growth. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of personal transformation. Willis's story underscores the importance of critical thinking and prioritizing personal well-being. Section 9. Scientology's Shadow, a Broader Perspective. Matt Willis's experience with Scientology sheds light on the broader implications of high-control groups and their impact on individuals, families, and society as a whole. Scientology, while presenting itself as a religion, has faced numerous allegations of abuse, exploitation, and unethical practices. Former members have come forward with harrowing stories of psychological manipulation, financial exploitation, and disconnection from loved ones. Willis's case highlights the vulnerability of individuals seeking meaning, purpose, or support, particularly during times of personal crisis or transition. High-control groups often prey on these vulnerabilities, offering a sense of belonging, community, and answers to life's complex questions. However, these groups often operate with a hidden agenda, seeking to control their members' lives, thoughts, and relationships. Willis's story serves as a cautionary tale, urging individuals to approach high-control groups with skepticism, critical thinking, and a discerning eye. It is essential to prioritize personal well-being, maintain healthy boundaries, and seek external perspectives when evaluating the teachings and practices of any group or organization. By fostering a culture of critical thinking and open dialogue, we can work towards protecting individuals from the potential harm posed by high-control groups and promoting a society that values individual autonomy and freedom of thought.